It's time for another edition of Live from Studio M on 105.5 Triple M. I'm your host, Jonathan Sutton. I remember in college many of my friends talking about big plans they had for their future. But years later, when I checked them out on Facebook, they're not doing anything remotely close to what they thought. However, that's not the case for today's band. Creating music and having fun while doing it was their mission. We'll talk to them about life on the road, what it's like to record at a legendary studio, their sort of connection to Minnie Pearl, and how if Uber would have been invented several years ago, the band may have a completely different name. But first, let's hear a song. It's Moon Taxi live from Studio M.
This first one's called Run Right Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meet me in the middle. You know I need you close. Oh, it's highway. It's the little things I seem to miss the most. Oh, is that you out walking? Or do I see you ghost? Am I dreaming? Am I wishing for just a little bit of more? 'Cause I run right back from Carolina, and I run right back from New Orleans, 'cause I can't forget the times I held you and all those songs you sang with me, all those songs you sang with me. Oh, I've been down through the valley, alleyways and boulevards. Oh, but I would go forever just to get to where you are. We all have our stories, we all made it through. Oh, but I don't know if I would have made it without you. Oh, but I don't know if I would have made it without you. 'Cause I run right back from Carolina, and I run right back from New Orleans, 'cause I can't forget the times I held you and all those songs you sang to me. Yeah, I run right back from Carolina, and I run right back from New Orleans, 'cause I can't forget the times I held you and all those songs you sang to me. We all have our stories, we all made it through. Oh, but I don't know if I would have made it without you. Oh, but I don't know if I would have made it without you. 'Cause I run right back from Carolina, and I run right back to Tennessee. 'Cause I can't forget the times I held you and all those songs you sang with me.
It's Moon Taxi live from Studio M. We'll chat with the band next here at 105.5 Triple M. I mean, insert a commercial. We're back live from Studio M. Our guest today, Moon Taxi. And before we get into the history of the band, that song "Run Right Back" from the latest album, right?
That's from our new record,
Yeah.
Daybreaker.
Okay, so Wes, you got married, right? I see.
I did.
And Spencer's is a daddy now, right? Yeah. Okay, so we can applaud that, right? That's good. So is that So is that kind of, I read a little bit, that's what that song maybe is about a little bit, sort of, missing family, or what's it?
Yeah. I mean, we spent a lot of time on the road, so that song is, hits home for us, and, each of us have girlfriends, and, we're constantly thinking about them, counting down the days till we can get back home, so, yeah.
You could bring them on the road, maybe.
I don't know if that'd work. Maybe.
They don't all get along.
Oh, okay.
Just cat fights.
Perfect. All right, so let's go back a little bit to understand Moon Taxi. You guys, not all of you went to Belmont University, right? Or you all did?
Yeah, we all met there.
Okay. So it is a music school, pretty much. I was looking at the alumni and found it's pretty impressive, of course, you guys. But did you know that Minnie Pearl supposedly went there? At least that's what it said in the research.
I didn't know it was that old. She's old.
I don't know if she's even alive anymore. You don't even know Minnie Pearl. Okay. But so the school itself is, it's all music, right? That's pretty much, or not really?
No, it's a big liberal arts school.
Okay.
Huge music business program. They just opened a nursing building.
So you guys were all in nursing together?
Yeah, we all met.
Yeah. No, but so were you in
nursing school?
So was it music business? Could be a good start.
Yeah.
It was music business, though, not really music, or?
They have a music business school and a music school, and I studied Spanish there, so
yeah. But so
there's that.
That's good too. But so were you all music, or music business, or a mix, or?
No, there's just a variety of majors, but we all got degrees from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so did you meet there and be like, let's be a band? Tell us a little bit more of, did you meet in study hall? Like, what happened? Kind of
Well, Tommy, the bass player, and I went to high school together, and we moved to Nashville to pursue music. And, I had to appease my parents, so I wanted to get a degree in something useful.
Right.
Which is, but that was the pretext for moving to Nashville. And yeah, we met these guys along the way. And what you're seeing right now is 10 years down the road.
Wow. Okay. And all right, well, let's do another song, and then we could do some more about you guys and some history. But we like to hear the music. So what do you got for us?
This next song is called "Who's to Say." It's also from our new record, Daybreaker.
It's Moon Taxi live from Studio M.
1, 2, 3.
You've seen this side of me before, and I'm letting go.
I'm not gonna hear 'em anymore. 'Cause who's to say I'm crazy? Keep it to yourself. And you think you can save me, but I don't need your help. And I don't need nobody's help. I don't need nobody's help.
Boom Patsy, live from Studio M. So now, your last album had some songs that ended up being used by a lot of different, like, Major League Baseball and HBO used it and stuff. Is that, like, when you see it then, is it like, turn it up cool, or, oh man, they're just using a little piece of it, or it's got to be awesome to have that exposure, right? Or
Sometimes it's like you turn it up and you're like, I think that song's in there. I'm not sure. You know, there's a lot of dialogue on top of it, but
Right.
it's still pretty cool
Yeah.
to see your song in a commercial.
Yeah, absolutely. So on those things, how does that work now? Like, do they find you, or do, you know?
We have like a music supervisor, like a placement supervisor that they pitch our songs, and I'm sure they're pitching thousands of other songs, and if it works for that scenario, you know, that's good for us. If not,
Absolutely. Yeah.
move on to the next thing. There's always the next, you know, soda or gum.
Right, right. So
And we're just, you know, writing songs for that.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there ever, like, you write a song and you're like, yeah, man, I could see a Jeep just, like, going over the mountain or something like that, or it doesn't?
We don't consciously think about that all the time.
Okay, but sometimes. Now, life on the road, you're traveling a lot, right? I mean, you're doing the festivals, Bonnaroo's, Lollapaloozas, and all those. Do those festival situations, do you like those better or worse, do you think, than a club? I mean, because it's got to be really different, right? Or doesn't matter when you're on stage?
I mean, you can fit way more people in a Bonnaroo scenario than
Right.
in a club, like the Majestic Theater, which we're playing tonight,
Right.
are available.
But so is that, I don't know, a bigger crowd is better or not?
Well,
Yes,
I mean, you know, there are advantages to both. Like, in a club scenario, you get time to sound check and feel out the venue, kind of relax a little bit more. At a festival, sometimes you just throw your gear up there and you got to go for it. Everything you hope works.
Have you had nightmare scenarios yet at any of the festivals, or it's all been?
I think we're pretty good about rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been lucky. We've been really lucky on the road.
Now, I did read that you exchanged one of your CDs for some blue meth in Albuquerque. Is that?
I didn't know that was written down.
So, did you want to, now you have to share the story, so.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor, I don't know if you want to, or Wes, or.
I'll let Wes take this because he
Okay.
did the interaction.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was my transaction. No, we're all big fans of Breaking Bad, so we had to find the house, the Walter White house.
Because you were in Albuquerque for a
Right,
day.
right,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
We drove right by it. I don't know how we missed it at first, and then turned around. Oh, this is it, you know, because they make it look different on the show.
Right.
So it was really cool. The lady happened to be pulling in her driveway that owned the house, and we talked to her, and she said that every celebrity ever has been there, and like, you know, there were like 200 cars on Christmas at her house. And long story short, we bought meth from her, and yeah, it was really sweet. Good stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. Recording this album you did in Nashville, right, at Blackbird Studios, right? That was in Nashville, and I was looking at the roster of people who performed there, or recorded there, and like, wow. I mean, you guys. But then there's like Springsteen, and I mean, there's just a huge list. So when you go into a place like that, do they have like, Bruce Springsteen peed in this bathroom? Like, is it, does it have that kind of...
They keep it pretty classy. But we were recording in a smaller studio. We were doing some vocals and heard this guy warming up next door, and it was just these really weird guttural sounds. And we went over there, and it was Steven Tyler.
Really?
Yeah, like one door over, and so we bugged him and got a picture, and you know, fanboyed out in front of him.
From Aerosmith.
Right. Thanks. Although some
And American Idol.
right, there's Louis C.K. does a thing where he meets someone and she's like, "Oh, the guy from American Idol has no idea about Aerosmith."
Right.
So was he cool? Is he pretty nice or?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, we talked for a while. Told me never to cut my hair.
Did you really?
In fact, that's how we kind of did the greeting. He was like, "Hello, fellow long hair." It's really cool.
Nice. So was he just alone in a studio, sort of screaming?
Yeah, I mean, he's recorded a country album
Oh,
at the
wow.
same time that we were recording Daybreaker. Our new CD, Daybreaker.
Available now. Go get it. And I did see Trevor in an interview where I assume you were joking. I think it was at Lollapalooza. They said, "How should people listen to your music?" I don't know if you remember what you said, but it made me laugh when I watched the interview. You were like, they should listen to it through crappy speakers on like an iMac during a party when people are talking and glasses are breaking and no one's paying attention. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, I think that's the true test. If you can cut through all that and it's still a catchy song and you're humming it the next day, then
Mission
that's
accomplished.
kind of what we want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's hear another song, not through Everyone Won't Be Talking, we'll be paying attention.
No, this will be live. This one's called Rooftops.
All right, it's Moon Taxi live from Studio M.
We spent the night on the rooftop, between the streets and the stars. I wish the world would just stop, so we could stay where we are.
playing somewhere and it said Jerry Garcia's Guitars.
Yeah.
So what's that story?
Well, one of our dear friends and longtime fan of the band is a guitar collector, and he happens to own 2 of Jerry Garcia's guitars, and
Wow.
he let us debut them on stage at Red Rocks, so it was just
Oh,
an
man.
amazing experience.
Is that where you just like went crazy and just started?
Smashed it on the rocks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's crazy. So does he have, who is this guy? Like, that's awesome.
He has multiple Jerry guitars too.
Really?
Yeah.
So you and Spence were, who was playing him?
We're,
You two?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So up on the stage, that's got to be a pretty,
It's amazing.
yeah.
I mean, his collection is only growing. Right now, he just bought a Kurt Hammett guitar, which is the Metallica guitarist. He just bought one of those. He's got a few Clapton guitars.
Does he know how to play, or is he just some kind of
Pete
Pete Townsend guitar? Does he know how to play, or he's just like some crazy eccentric guy that you should remain
He's
friends
definitely
with?
eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Can
he's a
he
friend of
play?
ours.
Not really, no.
That's
I
awesome.
think his main instrument is trombone.
Okay, sure. That, well, did he just meet you at a show or something? He was like a fan, or is this a secret
He's
story that
he's a friend of our manager,
Okay.
and we just saw him a few days ago. He lives up in Idaho sometimes.
Wow. Okay. You guys also have I saw, and I don't know if this is true, that having you get a little bored on the road, and I think this is what happened to you. It said being on the road can be extremely boring. So sometimes you pay your keyboard player $40 to drink a 4-ounce cup of the spiciest Bavarian mustard in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So did that happen, or was that?
Yeah, it did. We were really bored in Indianapolis.
Did you say drunk or bored?
Well, kind of a little bit of both. We had some pictures, but yeah, I guess I needed a little gas money for a trip I was planning the next weekend, and knocked it all out with a shot of horseradish. They all gave me, how much was it, $40?
I chipped in 10.
Yeah, it was a good $40-50. It was miserable though. It was the hottest. I mean, you could barely dip a small piece of bread in, and I took a whole shot.
Wow.
It was hard for me to watch.
Yeah.
It really was.
I got really red.
His neck started to.
Yeah, it was
slap
weird.
the
It was
back
like
of
my
his
neck got really hot of all places.
I'm really surprised he kept it down.
You kept it down with that part of it, probably.
Not really. I mean, I think they were paying to probably see me puke every day.
Yeah. Speaking of puking, the name of the band, I'm hoping it's true. The origin of the name, and it has to do with you, Trevor, doesn't it? How the name came about?
I'm
This
not
is-
sure.
Well, I don't know if we'd
Do you
want to
wanna
see
elaborate?
it. Yes, absolutely. We want to hear the story. That's why I was saying if Uber existed, maybe the band would have a different name. But you were,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That we all met in a taxi.
that's not the story I heard.
There are several floating
Yeah, it
around.
changes a lot.
Oh, the story I heard was that you were waiting for a cab, and the cab. This sounds like the Freddie Jones Band does this all the time. They change their origin of how their name came about.
Yeah.
So the story I heard was that you were waiting for a cab and you were impatient, and then Trevor, you mooned a taxi, and then. But is that not true?
I'm not sure. I don't think anyone will ever be able to tell the true origin. We get asked that question quite a bit.
Right.
So,
You can make up a new one right now if you want.
we should just make up one on the spot.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can you think of one?
One of your dads was an astronaut. And
That's
it.
what, and we were conceived in space.
Yeah. There it is. In a moon taxi.
Exactly.
Wow. That's awesome. So we don't really know. You were just all high and it came up. Or something. What?
I really don't know.
We don't know.
No one
It
knows.
just happened. Okay. That's fine. That's
But
good.
it's working for us. So.
It is. Absolutely. Okay. Well, we do have time for one more.
Okay, we'd like to do a special song that just came out this week. It's available on Amazon. It's our one and only Christmas song. As of the moment, there might be more, but this is called "It's Only Christmas."
It's Moon Taxi, live from Studio One.
One, two, three. Oh. It's only Christmas. It happens every year. It's only Christmas.
It's only Christmas. Spend it all away. It's only Christmas.
Rooftops live from Studio M.